Hello everyone and welcome to Let's Play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. I said I would get around to this game eventually, and I realized that there were some other games in the way, of course, but I was going to get to this game one of these days, and I decided why not start it now. So here we go. It's actually one of my favorite Super Nintendo games, if not one of my favorite games of all time. Very nostalgic to it too. I grew up with it, obviously. I'm trying to remember how old I was. I was probably about 13 or 14 when I first finished the game. But anyways, we've got a nice little introduction to that, and I'm going to go ahead and let you watch this while I go ahead and talk about how I'm going to do this Let's Play. I'm not going to pre-record the entire game and divide it up into sections like I did with the last couple of Zelda games. What I like to do is get your input. There's a few things, especially towards the latter two-thirds of the game, that I could kind of do some sequence breaking, if you know what I mean. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. If you guys want me to sequence break a little bit, or want me to go through it in order. I like your input. You want me to go through it, well, I could research the hell out of the game and memorize everything that I'm going to do. Or I could just go based off of my memory. And I think off of my memory I should be able to remember most of the stuff to get a 100% run. And so basically, this is one of those things where, you know, you the viewers will decide what I do next. For the most part. Within reason, of course. I like that the introduction of this game gives us a little bit of a Mode 7 preview. And a little bit of backstory as well. And in the intro, we're also getting some overhead views of different areas in the game that we're going to see later. One thing I like about this game is that it's aged really well. In spite of the fact that it's over 20 years old, you know, it's still pretty timeless. It's still one of the better Zelda games, you know. It's got a lot of replay value, I think. Music's good, the graphics good, especially for the Super Nintendo, you know. I mean, this, to me, was ahead of its time. I mean, this was the game to get if you had the Super Nintendo. Well, of course, I don't need to be telling you that. You guys know that. Of course, this is a game that everybody's played, but I want to do it anyway. Why? Because it's fun. You know, that's what I'm here for, to have fun. Anyways, let's begin. Also, some of this Let's Play, some of it I'm going to do live commentary, some of it I may do post-commentary. It really depends on how everything goes, but we'll see how it goes. So anyway, we're going to start a new game. Yeah, why not? This is not going to be a serious run by any means. This is just going to be having fun, so... Valco seems like it's a better option, so I think we're good. Okay. Sure, we can help you. We can do that. You know, that name, Valco, it's gonna make me giggle. But I realize a lot of you that have subscribed to my channel wanted me to do this game. I think some of you messaged me privately saying that you subscribed only if I played this game, so I do apologize that it took me a while to get there. I realize that there is actually demand to play this game on my channel, so hey, you know. Anyways, we got the lamp, so that's nice. And I really like the layering of this game. We've got these nice little layers here with the rain falling on us. Falling on the ground, it's not falling on us. Hey, what's over here? Absolutely, the game's going to prevent us from you know, going in areas that we shouldn't go just yet. Also, there's a very particular and famous glitch that I'm going to try to do later in the Let's Play, but I'm going to do it a little differently. And when we get there, you'll see. But anyways, we need to go down here. Down the hole. Alright, we can do it. Now we have the sword, and that's pretty nice. Oh, we don't have magic power, by the way, so we can't use the lantern, or the lamp. It relies on magic power, but we can do this. We can also charge our sword up, and that's nice. But of course, you guys knew that. So, didn't really have to explain it. But here we get some magic, and that's nice. And some rupees. Also, I'm going to try to give some time between videos, just so you guys can comment. You know, and by all means, I mean, you know, I'm doing this, yeah, of course, selfish reasons, I'm doing it for myself, but hey, you know, if you've got some suggestions, you know, go ahead. Let me know. I'm going to take care of these guys, just for fun. And of course, I'm going to explore a little bit, too. It's a lot of nostalgia to this game. And no, I'm not going to kill every enemy on the screen, but I'm going to have fun. Hey there. Run away. Of course, our sword isn't that strong yet, but it's strong enough. Also, we can throw jars at people, even from up in the air, but that didn't really hit anybody, so. I'm going to do a little bit of side, not necessarily side questing, but side trips, if you know what I mean. Well, sometimes anyway, but not just yet. When it becomes relevant, that's what I'm going to do. Anyways, we get our first key. And a map. So that's nice. You know, we can see the map, and we've got a ways to go, but that's alright. You know, I was thinking to myself, I haven't played this game in about 6 years. And I used to play it at least once every 3 years, but I may have forgotten a few things along the way. I've probably played this game a few times. I like knocking them off. You don't really need the heart, but whatever. I'm kind of curious too, those of you who watch this, you know, what you guys remember out of this game. Of course, try to keep the spoilers out of there. I realize that just about everybody's played this game, but just in case somebody hasn't, you know, let's be nice to them. But I'm kind of curious, you know, what you guys remember about this game, the nostalgia. Because this game came out in the early 90s, you know. And I remember a good bit from the early 90s, you know, the Clinton era. One of the things I remember about that era was, I don't know why I got hit there. One of the things I remember about that era was, I don't think we had wireless phones in our house at the time. I don't remember all the phones on the wall, you know. And I don't know why, I think there was actually somebody that came out with like a scientific paper why phone coils, or, you know, the old phone cords that coiled, why they would always tangle up the way they did. And it turns out that they kind of discovered a new shape from that. They named it a new shape or something. But I remember when that happened, you had to plug out the, unplug the whole phone coil and actually unwind it, you know. But anyway. You know, we don't have to do that, but you can also go backwards like this with the sword, but this guy's easy. You don't have to get rid of them. That way you could use the jars against them, but whatever. Anyways, we got the big key. Valko. It's like Don Ho, but with more Valk. Alright. And away we go. If only we had a way of, making the trip a little faster, if you know what I mean. But we don't. Not for a while, anyway. Hey. Haha. I'm gonna take the pacifist method here, the pacifist approach, and just not deal with us guys. Anyways, we took a look at the right-hand side, so let's go to the left-hand side here. I'll take some more jars just in case I need them, or pots. There's also a lot more Super Nintendo games I do want to play. I've gotten a few recommendations, obviously, and I'm looking into those. It just takes time, obviously. Can't really do anything there, can we? But I did want to show you guys that. That will become important later, viewers. Much later. Sure, we can do that. You know, those guys can't climb the stairs, really, so... Let's do it! You know, the funny thing about doing Let's Play videos is, I mean, really, you can't really be that serious about it. I mean, it's really just a fun hobby. And what's funny is a lot of times, sometimes, a video will get posted at a place where you didn't intend for it to be posted, and a bunch of people come on there and they'll dislike something. And for the most part, a lot of people like what I do, which is cool. But sometimes somebody will come along and dislike a whole bunch of stuff that you don't like, or for whatever reason. They won't tell you why. And it's just really silly sometimes, and I laugh at it because it's like, okay, you know, somebody's playing video games on the internet, and, you know, some people just want to take things a little too seriously, I think, sometimes. And, you know, honestly, I took this channel a little too seriously, too, for a little while. And I'm going to have a little bit of fun with it. Now, I do have some future ideas, but won't be on this channel. This YouTube thing is kind of a fun little hobby. not too worried about the ropes here because they give hearts pretty regularly. Look at that. I could have probably just done a spin dash, not spin dash, sorry, a spin attack. Ignore the dashing part because that's not important at this time. But you know, we can do that. Set you on fire. Can't really set them on fire. But one thing I've learned, when you put stuff out there in the internet, you can't take everything too seriously. But you know, people like arguing on the internet. I can't deny that. And I'll admit, I like to argue on the internet sometimes too, but whatever. I think we all do it to a certain point, but I think there becomes a certain time where it's just ridiculous. You know. I don't need to take care of those guys. Ooh, a rupee. I'll take it. You'll notice the rats don't really like the water too much. So that's good. I noticed that too. A lot of times the enemies won't go in the doorway. And here we get a key. And it doesn't really tell you here, but you'll come across a locked door and you'll have to figure out that, oh, you need a key. So there you have it. And by the way, this little cracked door, for the longest time when I first played the game, and I wasn't very good at it, I couldn't figure out how the hell you get through there, because you don't get a particular item just yet that actually takes care of it. That little cracked door there. And basically, I figured out later as I was playing the game that there's a way around it, but you'll notice if you hit the wall, you know, a bombable wall will have a certain sound to it. That's kind of a Zelda thing. Can't really do anything about that just yet, though. I'm not worried about those pots. I really don't need them. I like how it says over there, and this is kind of a cool little thing. I don't remember which one is the one that's the trick and which one isn't, but... anyways, basically if you get one right, we'll see. Well, yeah, maybe you'll do this one. If you did this one first, you would get something wrong, but I'm just gonna ignore those for now. And here's the sanctuary. The bells, sanctuary. I should have named myself Donho. If anybody out there knows who Donho is, you can Google him. Yeah, I understand. Sure. And we got another heart container there. Well, not another, but we've got a heart container, so... anyways, let's talk to these fellas. Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Anyways. This is a nice little photogenic spot to end the game. Or not end the game, end the video, rather. So, thank you so much for watching. Let's play Legend of Zelda, Link to the Past, and see you guys next time. Goodbye.